Hello everybody, my name is the Pianiolist, and I decided to make a little video today, a very short one, just to talk, just to give a little bit of tips. I'm gonna be putting some of these out now. I'm here, working on this film scoring type thing, scene scoring, for a competition. I'm not going to play any of it for you, because it will be coming out soon. By June 3rd, it should be out. Or it has to be out by June 3rd. Yeah, I've been using a couple of strategies in this, and I wanted to share one of them with you right now, so let's get right into it. So I'm just going to play a couple of things for you. It opens up with this line right here, which is just a held note on this granular piano thing from Spitfire Audio, which goes right. I love these speakers, man. So it opens up with that, right? I bring that back every so often. You'll see it comes back there. It comes back here 4 times actually. It's repeated 4 times. So that's something that I'm just going to keep on repeating. It's not going to happen in any of the other instruments. Now, what I want to talk about in this video is how do you expand on an idea. So this entire score that I'm writing for this is comprised of everything in this opening. Everything that I have in this opening is pretty much all I'm using for the entire score. So how am I doing that? You don't have to come up with something new every minute or every few seconds. You don't have to come up with something new. You just have to use what you've already come up with and just use it differently. Your biggest tool as a composer is orchestration. That will keep it interesting, and you can come up with new things. Of course, that's what composition is. I've come up with something new right here. This was new. Everything before that was pretty much recycled. This is also new. So the line that kind of starts the movement in the entire thing is in the strings, and it just goes. And you could say that's cliche, whatever, but it's how I use it that makes it not so cliche. So it starts in the strings, right? Then there's a moment where there's nothing again, just the wood blocks and everything else, and it comes back right here in the piano. But I changed it a little bit, so now it's going it's not as much, it's just and then I bring it in with octaves in the strings too. So there's one instance of me reusing something. The next thing that I reuse is this thing right here in the piano. It's just but it's on the 8th note. So if I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, if that's a tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So that's a little thing that I put in the piano right there. It comes back here. It comes back right there, and I think I use it again somewhere else. Yeah, I think this is the same thing, but not gonna play for you. I'm gonna let you listen to it when it actually comes out. So already I've used 2 aspects of this opening right here, that and that. The wood blocks, that I kind of just change that up every so often. Okay, this is probably my favorite thing in this entire opening. It's this line in the synth that comes back in the strings, and I like it a lot better in the strings. But let's listen to it. It goes. Right. So that's as well. Really, it would be. Right. Comes back in the strings. Right. Oh. Right here. So not too far away from where it begins, right? It's just kind of I'm not really thinking of this as something to introduce that sound. I'm really thinking of it more as a like anticipation for this, really. So that's what that is. Second thing that not the second thing, that's the 1, 2, 3, fourth thing that I'm using is in the brass. So you can see I have the opening to, well, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, which is a classical piece which is used in 2001: A Space Odyssey, and there's a really specific reason as to why I'm using that, and you'll probably see in the in the title of this piece anyway. But yeah, there's a really specific reason why I'm using that, and I'll make another video talking about my decisions in this score. But all right, let's listen to it. You know, it goes. Oh, it's not on. It's not making any noise. There we go. So I have some pedals. Right, it goes. Expect to go. I didn't do that, but I could have. So that's the opening to 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's used again starting here in the piano. So it's not the exact same thing, but it goes. Yeah, I think this is it. So it's kind of used again, and that's what I use to sort of base the melody on later on. It's a little bit more, it's a little bit trickier than saying that I'm basing it off of that, but there's definitely aspects of it that I'm using, right? So let me play this a little bit for you right now. So the melody in the synth over here is sort of I guess a variation of this right here, a simplified version of this, which I took from the 2001: A Space Odyssey, right here, the the one in the piano, and so this melody goes. Right, and it's very short, very sweet, right? And it comes again in the synth here, and it just goes. Well, it's double. So there goes another example of me reusing something that I've already put into this score. And there are other instances of it. I'm going to reuse a lot more while I continue it, and there's a lot of instances of me. Oh, right here in the synth again, it goes It's a little bit harder to hear, but it's exactly what I had in the piano right here. Oh, it's a little yeah. So yeah, use your orchestration well, figure out what you can use and how you can use it, and what instruments you have at your disposal to transform what you already have. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this little composition tip here, and I hope that it fuels your creative process and it helps you understand what you have to do next in your piece. Sometimes even, professionals forget this stuff. So, yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.